Okay, this is Brandon Railway 6920 here. For those of you who are watching this, thank you for coming back after that first failed attempt. I'm going to try this again. Brandon Railway record. I'm going to have to move my camera, show you. We're going to start here. And if it doesn't work, I will make it work for tomorrow. Anyhow, get back here to my controller. Hopefully. Knock on wood, we're working. Knock on wood, it is working. It is working! This is about all the faster I'm going to go, so you guys that are on here, you can count the cars. And to be honest, I am surprised this is working. Give me a second here. I had one car come uncoupled. I will have this fixed in about 20 seconds or less, and I will have the train moving again. There. We are moving again. If you guys thought I sounded happy in some of my other videos, this train makes it all the way by the camera. You'll hear how happy I can get. To be honest, I probably need to space out my DPU a little bit better. But it is working. And I need to get better couplers. But like I said, it is working. I just have one car and it's being very picky. And I am going to fix that tonight. I see nobody came back from my first live stream, but that's okay. Because I'm going to have to stop the train again and fix this freaking car. Because it wouldn't be a record if I don't fix this car. So, please, please, please bear with me. Yeah. We are back on the track. And like I said, as long as it makes it completely past the camera, I will be happy. Even if it derails as soon as it gets past the camera. Well, I hope it don't derail as soon as it gets past the camera. I'd like to see it make it into the bedroom just fine. And now that I'm on a good straight stretch, I'll stop it one more time to put this back on here. I will be re-gluing this tonight. That should be the last time I have to stop the train, because I think we're finally getting to the end of it. You can see the blue car there and the one with the pink container I'm having just a little bit of issues with. But other than that, my train is running, albeit that it is slow. It is running. These are a mix between Tyco, Mantua, Bachmann, Kato, Lifelike. These are a mix of pretty much every car that I can find. And I think, yep, that's part of the problem. That little blue one was derailed and my trains just stopped. Oh, that might have something to do with it. I'm shorting. So anyhow, my train's shorted out. It's not dead, but I have to go figure out what's wrong before I can move the train any further. So I will move the camera to prove the record has been broken. Hey, James. If you go back and watch the video from the beginning, you'll see them. They're somewhere towards the front of the train. I'm going to go ahead and move the camera to finish showing this train because it did pull quite some distance. And if you guys watch the video, you can see how many cars this was pulling. I will not tell you because I expect you to go and count. But there are the two surprises. The Gustav and Brutus Buckeye. I custom made this car. It's not the best, but it gives me something to work on. I'll show you real quick how long this train is. I will go back through it, and then I will figure out where I am shorting, because I will have to move this train out from in front of my door tonight. But, do a quick flyover. Okay, can you guys still see everything? Somebody tried calling, and I know last time it messed up. If you guys can still see everything, let me know. Hang on a second. Okay, I will check that caboose, James. Thanks for the heads up. But to keep showing you guys how long this train is, it snakes around here. Goes all the way back behind the bed. It goes all the way around to there. I started cleaning some stuff in my room. And there's two places I could be shorting. One would be right here. And actually, I think that's where I was shorting. Because to be honest, it feels like that's off the track. So, now that we have that back on the track, maybe, just maybe, I can turn my train back on and get it to come out of the bedroom. I highly doubt it. Well, I'm not even going to try to get it out of the bedroom. I'm going to try to finish getting it into the bedroom here in a minute. But the other surprise for you guys tonight is that I got today. It's kind of picky. So, mess with it here for a second. I will get it to light. Set my camera down. Oh, blackout. At least I got the train to move. And I did break a Brandon Railway record tonight. So, I'm happy with that. And I want to be able to show this to you guys. I picked up today. I practically got it for free. Traded an old locomotive for it. There we go. Got me a nice little Conrail lantern. Hopefully it works. There is this switch that I can slide. And it's got a different light on it. I will angle my camera here. Open up the lens. And careful, guys, because this will be a bit bright. I'll shut it off at first. The locomotive I traded was a Union Pacific -8 Bachmann Spectrum. But as you guys can see, two different light bulbs. Watch your eyes, this is kind of bright. Here's that light. And then like I said, it is a bit picky. So sometimes I think what I need to do or have to do is I'm going to have to clean it on the inside, because it was just working for you guys a minute ago. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. There it tries to go. Come on. Anyhow, as you guys can see, it does work. Both lights do work in it. Slide it back over and get this one going. Trying to hold it in place with my pinky toe for you. Daggone it. Alright, dislocate my toe. I probably need to clean the inside because I looked at it and it's pretty rusty. There we go. So at least there's the one light working, and you did see the other one. I think it's a difference between a high and a low. But anyhow, I said I traded an older locomotive that I'm not going to run anymore to get a nice little Conrail lantern. And then I did get a clock that makes locomotive noises, but I took the batteries out of that because every time it would kick on, every hour on the hour, it made me jump because it is loud. Hey, there it goes. There's the other one. As you guys can see, both of them work. My 3 scale trains locomotives will pull a 70-car train. Well, I guess I just let it slip. There's the answer. It is a 70-car train. So it does work. It does pull all 70. I've got the short fixed. So now I can try to get the rest of the train in the bedroom. But like I said, that blue car there and that pink one, I do have to fix that coupler. So I'll put it this way. No, that one turned out to be junk. If my uncle can do some work on it, we're going to try to fix it and get it running. If not, I'm just going to junk it, turn it into a scrap engine, and put it on a flat car or something. But anyhow, that long story. Talk about it on some other day. But like I said, I will be fixing that blue one. I will be finding out why exactly the two scale trains, GEVOs, will not pull this. Because they're supposed to. They're quoted 35 cars each, which means 70 they can pull. But they've also been seen pulling more than that, and for some reason they don't want to pull this. But I did not try, as you guys can see, I did not try with DPU on just the two GEVOs. I might try that tomorrow. And so anyhow, one more time, I will get this train moving just to show you guys at least that those three engines do pull this train. So, as you can see, it does pull. James, I would like to see you bring that over and we can test that. I would like to see a steam engine pull this train by itself. I believe you, but I would like to see that, because there is a lot of weight on this. The gondola cars are fairly heavy, and some of the cars are fairly light. But as you can see, my train split right there. So I'm going to have to stop it again. But anyhow, like I said, just to prove it will pull this. So anyhow, thank you guys for coming back to see this video, even after seeing that the first one kind of failed and I derailed all 20 of the coal cars. So thank you to the two of you that did come back. And any advice from anybody would be appreciated. I am planning on the DPU will be further back next time, because right now I think it's only 20 cars back. I think I'm going to try to put it at least halfway back. The big rail gun, or as I call it, the Gustav. Let me shut my power off here. I give you guys a look at that. It rolls nice. I want to do some modifications to it. It's a Tyco. It has the plastic wheels. And yes, it is on the track. And I checked, the caboose is on the track. It doesn't look like it, but it is. But the big gun, it runs nice. Yeah, the Union Pacific turbine should be able to. James, is that a Scale Trains or Athearn? Does it have sound? Because I've wanted to get me one of those, but I'm not crazy enough to pay what they're worth, or what they want. At least Scale Trains. One's like $729. But anyhow, this Cannon car, you can see the little wheel here does raise and lower the Cannon. It does need a little bit of work because it's a Tyco. So like I said, these gears aren't always, or these wheels aren't always the best. But it does raise and lower. It has technically 4 trucks. Ooh, okay. I didn't know they made those. Technically it is 4 trucks, but I consider it 2, because the fact that both of those trucks are attached to this piece here, and then the 2 trucks back here are attached to one piece. It rolls fine. It'll roll around 18-inch curves. It won't look good, but it will roll around 18-inch curves. I've ran this on my 4x7 layout at train shows. And if you're really into detail, I've seen people make these actually fire. A buddy of mine and I, we're going to try to make this thing actually shoot, even if it just blows a puff of smoke. I think it would look pretty cool. yeah, the scale trains one, they have, I think, 4 different numbers. It is $729 DCC with sound, and the turbine blades actually spin when you turn the turbine on. The doors open and close. There's a light at the back of the lead unit for the crew to be able to see the MU cables and stuff. The only issue I have with scale trains is I've noticed as of recently they are falsely advertising some of these locomotives and the details on them. For example, my 2 scale trains, Tier 4 GEVOs, the boxes and the paperwork and the information on the website says that the GEVOs have illuminated number boards. They do not. The number boards don't light on either of mine, and so fortunately enough, I have a neighbor that's going to help me put LEDs in them and actually make them light up, which I don't quite understand. Come on. Nice. Yeah, I noticed that in the picture, Matt, that you sent me the other day. Those are really cool looking cars. But yeah, like I said, the Tier 4 GEVOs, they do have LEDs for the number boards, but they don't light up. So I don't know if it's something wrong with the decoder or what, but both of my engines, the Norfolk Southern and the Union Pacific, have the same issue. So I'm almost wondering if it's, well, I really don't know. Because it'd be odd that 2 different engines have the same issue. And I asked them to check it, and they evidently didn't, because they said in the email that they sent me back that they're guessing that the number boards do not light up. So that's the only issue I have with scale trains, is the fact that as of recently they seem to be, I don't know, a bit iffy. But other than that, they have great running equipment. The only other thing that I really don't like is the couplers. To me, scale trains couplers don't hold for anything. So I actually had to take the couplers off of the GEVOs and the 40-2s. Excuse me. I took all the couplers off of my scale trains locomotives and changed them. Actually, you can see here, those are not scale trains couplers. Those are regular, let's see, I think they're KDs. One friend gave those couplers to me, front and back. So anyhow, like I said, nice 70-car train, new brand new railway record, even though I had to keep stopping and recoupling. The 3 trains will pull it. I'm going to try tomorrow with just the 2 GEVOs. Once I get that pink car and the blue car re-glued. And then, like I said, I'm also going to move that DPU, hopefully, back to, James, you'll like this. I'm hopefully going to move it back to in front of the, or no, behind the Western Maryland covered hoppers. Because that'll be roughly halfway through the train. So anyhow, I figured this would be Matt, that might be, the only thing I can think of is it might be because yours are rivet counter. Mine are operator series. But, that's alright. Like I said, I'm hoping to move that DPU back to about halfway through. And then I think that, the 2 of them should, in theory, at least be able to pull this. If not, I'll throw the scale trains, SD40-2 back on there. And then, because this train was pulling easily, Because these 3 engines were pulling easily enough, I might try to break the record again and go for 80 cars. But I'm not sure because that's going to put a lot behind that DPU. And I'm going to have to do some modifications to the SD40-2s because I would like to go for a 100-car train. And if I do that, I'm going to have 2 on point, which would be the 2 GEVOs. I will have these 2 at mid-train DPU. And I will have the Norfolk Southern SD40-2 on the back as a pusher. So, like I said, I'm going to have to slow these down because for some reason, even though they're the same drivetrain and everything, the 40-2s will take off quicker than the Tier 4 GEVOs. And you definitely do not want that when you're talking about something pushing. Because, at least with these cars, no. So anyhow, like I said, I appreciate y'all coming back after the failed first video. Show you guys a quick update on the display case because I moved things around and I got rid of a few engines. That way everything is all in one, on one shelf. The big boy is still here, but I haven't put it back because I still need to do a little bit of maintenance on it. The first open slot is for my Norfolk Southern SD40-2, 2 open slots for the Canadian Pacific and the Canadian National. And this is what I have left in my roster. I would like to know on that too, James. Because, or Matt, sorry about that. I would like to know on that too, because the picture that you see online, and I know you know because you've looked at it before you bought it. Shut that off so it's a little easier to see. The picture that they show has the same gray here, down here, on the Scale Trains Tier 4 GEVO. So that might be a question you could, for shits and giggles, you could call and ask them. Because, really, that's the only reason, or the only way I would know of getting an answer. And, they might just tell you to send it back, and, they'll send you a new one. It might be that it was because that's the way their first run was made. But all the pictures I have seen of my Tier 4 GEVO in real life, it's supposed to be gray. And the walkways are supposed to be gray as well. So I'm really not sure as to why it got changed. But let's see if I can do this. There I am. This way I can show off, maybe, all my railroad hat pins. I can't quite tell what you guys are seeing because, well, I'll fix that. Hang on a second. These are all my railroad hat pins. My great-grandpa's wings from when he was in the Air Force back during the middle and the end of World War II. This started out as a been there, done that hat. It kind of turned into a what I like hat. A little bit of everything on here. Marty Mallocup, for those of you who recognize him. Great-grandpa's U.S. military button, badge, pin, whatever. Rock Island. This one I really like. If any of you have ever rode on that or have any information on it, I would kind of like to know about it. Double ascot from Great-grandpa. Gotta love them Pittsburgh Steelers, no matter how poorly they do. That is Twin Falls. Okay. Union Pacific B&O. The reason I got the Moan on right there is because part of my family actually used to own stock. Oh, sorry. Part of my family used to own stock in the Monon Railroad. Worked for him for quite a while. But, yeah, like I said, that started as been there, done that hat, turned into things I like, places I've been, Hocking Hills, Twin Falls, Marty Mallow Cup, because I went to the factory. That is a really cool place. You can get stuff dirt cheap there. The Rock Island line, the Gwinnett, the Burlington route, those big buttons, I picked those up for like $2. And then, like I said, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Ohio State Buckeyes. I can't consciously root for a team like the Cleveland Browns. I think they've got the players to do something. Oh, sorry. Trying to plug my phone in so it'll charge. I think the Browns have players to be able to do something, but they just don't have the right coaching staff. They did okay after they fired the one coach last year, but like I said, they just can't seem to keep good players and good coaches, and they always seem to live up to that mistake by the lake. I mean, come on, 0-16. But anyhow, to get away from sports, because this channel is more trains and guitar stuff. Like I said, I've got my schedule here. Oh, it disappeared. So anyhow, tomorrow, hopefully I will have this train running real good and be able to do a better video with just 2 locomotives, maybe even add a couple extras, and maybe even break another record, because I think tomorrow is Run by Sunday. And there's an idea for an engine I would like to put on the front of this one, because I have it, and I have a picture of the real thing that I caught out in Horseshoe Curve, or no, Crescent. So that's Southern Beauty right there. Kind of hard to see as I'm zooming in, but all of the Norfolk Southern fans will see. They'll recognize it, because I have that, and then I have the Creamsicle, the Interstate. Those are both MTH engines. They run really nice, but they're standard DC. So, like I said, this is probably going to end my stream for the night. Thank you guys for putting up with having to stop the train a couple of times to be able to recouple cars and figure out what the short was. But it is a little bit of a testament to the Scale Trains locomotives, if anybody's interested in buying any, that 3 engines can pull 70 cars. So if you're looking for realism, some of the coal trains I've seen come through here with 4 engines and 110 cars is pretty close to realistic when you think about it, because if I was to add a 4th engine, and as easy as those 3 were pulling, I was only on 1 on my DCS 50 system. So I was going pretty easy with the throttle. I think if I added 1 more engine, you could probably easily pull 100, 110 cars, and it would look pretty cool. Not here, but on a bigger layout. I know for certain I could not fit 110 cars in the bedroom without blocking the door. Well, I wouldn't be able to shut the door in the bedroom because it slides over the track. But anyhow, for now, hope all of you have a good night, and until my next video.